Pairing. Oh, I better record. Does your Zoom lady now talk to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cute.
At least then you're not in the room by yourself.
No, there's someone else with you, whoever she is.
Thank you, Zoom lady. We should give her a name like Siri.
Siri or Sari. Let's call her Sari.
Let's call it Zari, as in Z for Zoom.
Yeah.
We'll call her Zari.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of BooB CamP. I'm here with my gorgeous friend, Tara Nelson. Kathleen is first on. Kathleen's from the USA. I want to say Indianapolis, I'm guessing. Relly, you got pipped at the post by Kathleen, babe. You've been, normally you're my first one on here. Hi, Cheryl. Now, Tara, you can't see people's comments, can you? No. Okay, so you're running a little bit blind because it's on Facebook.
Yep.
But we'll just give everybody a second to join. Yes, Indianapolis is where Kathleen is from. Now,
cool.
Tara and I have been friends for many years, and our bios read quite similar at the start because we've both been in the industry for around the same time, around 25 years. But you've been seeing clients as a naturopath for a lot longer than I have. But you can tell by look at all of those bottles behind you, what an amazing range of herbs you've got, babe. And we've been on retreats together. We've had fun times. And what I love about what we've got a great group connection as well in our unicorn group. So just like we've got this great BooB CamP group happening here, which you've been a part of since day 1. And we've also got another group, a great group of naturopaths that we bounce things off and we help each other with, because it's all about knowing what your niche is, knowing what you're passionate about. And because of your history with eating disorders and with thyroid health, that's why I wanted to get you on here and talk to the ladies about thyroid conditions, because it's a word that not a lot of people know a lot about. And a lot of people are told, yeah, it's normal, it's fine. So yeah, welcome into BooB CamP, and we'll do a little glove clap.
Thank you, Chelsey. I'm super stoked to be here. Chelsey, I'm so proud of Chelsey. When we met years ago, we all went back to our separate areas of Australia. And then next thing, Chelsey's just turned into this lymphatic queen and gone ahead and not only created this amazing community to support so many women and men. I don't know if you've got men in there as well, but so many people, and developed this fantastic system to really support the lymph system, which is so vitally important as an organ in the body to get working and make sure that things are happening. So yeah, I'm super excited to finally be in BooB CamP. It's very cool.
Yay. Yay. All right, so what has the thyroid got to do with the lymphatic system?
Yeah, well, the thyroid does sit in the front of our neck, just below our Adam's apple. It's a very highly, so you can see it. It's round about right where Chelsey is pushing. It sort of extends a little bit to the side too, this beautiful little butter-shaped gland. And it controls our metabolism. And actually where it sits, it actually has its own lymphatic drainage. So it drains into those lymphatic nodes. So it sits around a lot of lymphatic tissue. And when it becomes out of balance or dysfunctional, in both sort of autoimmune diseases, Hashimoto's and Graves' disease, it gets very inflamed. It creates a lot of oxidative stress, and that'll really affect the lymphatic system. And particularly with hypothyroidism or its autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's, what that means that we have low thyroid hormones going around the body, and it slows everything down. It'll slow the lymphatic system down. It'll slow your circulatory systems. It'll slow your digestion. It slows your detoxification capacities, all those things. So helping the lymphatic system when you've got a thyroid condition, when things are slowed down, can really, we can give the lymphatic system support. It's really going to help your thyroid, just take the pressure off your thyroid as well.
Yeah, awesome. So I know when I first started with the gloves, you were like, Chelsey, I need to get these because when I start with my program, so I just want to let everybody know at the start that you have an amazing program where you have just normal mums, just normal ladies who want to learn more about their thyroid and what to do in your group, but you also teach practitioners as well.
Yep. So I run a training program and I run cleanse programs as well. But yeah, my cleanse program I developed pretty much on the back of, when Chelsey brought out her gloves, I was like, I had to have these gloves in my cleanse program. And pretty much all of my thyroid patients go and usually do my cleanse program somewhere in their treatment protocol. Because that when you have lymphatic dysfunction, everything's really sluggish, and the lymphatic system, it's just harder to move and it's harder for your liver to process. So if we can move the lymphatic system, it's going to take the pressure off your liver, it's going to take the pressure off your digestion, it's going to help your thyroid. So it really is a big part of that whole endocrine system.
And when you go to the doctor, they'll have a look and they'll see if your glands are puffy. All right, in that area, and they go, oh, your lymph glands, and I suppose that's the closest they get to actually touching you, maybe, or feeling your body, and you see if your glands are up. Yeah.
Some GPs will actually do a thyroid palpation if you're worried, if you've got throat issues or something like that, or you worry about a lump in your neck, they might actually palpate your thyroid as well. But yeah, those lymph nodes just drain right past all those vascular tissues and vessels of the thyroid. So sluggish lymph in that area will affect the thyroid functioning as well. So we really, the two systems that will affect each other.
Yeah, so that's where, I don't know if you get your people to do the lymphatic with a toothbrush. Yeah, just pushing down. Yes. So we, pop the cork and then we get our toothbrush and we push down, and then we keep doing the lymphatic across and across and down. So we can add that to your thyroid protocol.
Absolutely. Yes, that looks amazing.
Yeah, toothbrush. Like, or you've got your little manicare. Or the Norwex little the glove.
Right.
That you can do to stimulate the lymphatic system. So you got the gloves for the body.
Yep.
Good old trusty toothbrush for the for the face.
Right.
So when we talk about thyroid, we're also talking about getting rid of the environmental toxins around and everything that has stored up. So when we go to the doctor, we have a thyroid test done, because people think, oh, I must have something wrong with my thyroid, my metabolism's wrong, but they can get results back saying that they're normal.
Yes, very, very common. And that is because most GPs will just test TSH, or thyroid stimulating hormone. And it's just the medical paradigm. That's just what they've learned to do. And usually they'll wait till that TSH is either out of range or up below range or whatever, up above range, out of range, and then they might do further testing. But we know that TSH is just one small marker of thyroid dysfunction. It actually comes from the pituitary gland. It's not actually even a thyroid hormone. So, and there is a condition also. Well, actually, before we get to that, so when you go to the GP, if all these tests, if you think you've got all those symptoms of hypothyroidism, which is the most common one, so weight gain that you just can't, if you're exercising and eating well and you just keep putting on weight or you can't lose weight, fatigue is a big one, brain fog, poor memory, poor concentration, you can have dry skin, you can have brittle hair falling out, hair loss, menstrual irregularities, constipation. They're just some of the common symptoms we see with hypothyroidism and Hashimoto. So if you've got those symptoms and you keep going back to your doctor and he's only testing TSH, you need to find a GP that will test the full thyroid panel. And that would be TSH, T3 and T4. They're our thyroid hormones that our thyroid gland makes. And we want reverse T3, we can get that, and we want to test thyroid antibodies all the time as well, TPO and TG antibodies, because I see a very normal, naturopathically normal TSH all the time, and yet when I go and do the full panel, there's antibodies and they've actually got Hashimoto's. People can be on medication for a thyroid for years and they don't even know they've got autoimmune disease. So it's essential to get the full thyroid panel. The other one that I see quite commonly is something called cellular hypothyroidism. So I might have a client that comes to me and they're talking about, they've got all those symptoms I just mentioned before. And I go, oh yeah, you've got a thyroid condition. Let's get your full thyroid panel done. Send them off to my GP, comes back completely normal. Sometimes this can be a condition called cellular hypothyroidism. So the gland is working well, producing all the hormones, and it looks good on paper, but there can be something called cellular resistance. And this is, so the cells can't uptake that thyroid hormone. So there's no signal getting back to the brain and all the normals are really level. And this is really common in conditions like inflammation, obesity, so really low cellular energy. So if you've got a lot of fatigue and you're quite overweight or you're inflamed or there's a lot of stress, those sort of conditions mean that you can have quite low cellular energy, what we call low mitochondrial energy. So that can affect the uptake of your thyroid hormone into the cells. So you can look good on paper, but you actually do have a thyroid condition.
Yeah, so like with your cell, you've got receptors on them, like ones that pick up insulin, and like you're saying, the other one that picks up thyroid. And if your cells are bathing in crap like this,
absolutely, 100%, that's right.
It's not, they're not going to be able to go ping, ping, ping. Give me that stuff.
And in the cases of cellular hypothyroidism, because all your thyroid parameters are good, what do? We go in and treat the inflammation. We get things moving in the body. We decrease the weight if we can, or we settle everything down, and usually those symptoms will go.
Yeah.
So it's just making sure the cells have got everything to respond well.
Yeah. So we need to look at, so if you haven't got my workshop, my 2-hour workshop, I will explain in there about cellular health. So if you're interested in getting my workshop, it's me raving on stuff like this for 2 hours, and you can get that for $50, or you get it free when you buy the full kit of products. You get they get a little Chelsey thank you card, and you can download that more information on that workshop too. Because we're not taught this stuff, Tara,
No, absolutely not.
No, we're not taught.
People know what's going on in the body, what's happening on that, like you said, that cellular level. If your cells aren't responsive to all those little hormones and they don't have those lock and key receptors working well, there's something blocking it, like inflammation, toxins, all those things, then you can feel really crappy. I think people walk around feeling not great at all.
So some inflammation is good, right? Acute inflammation, where you fall over and you hurt yourself, and your blood and your lymphatic system has to bring the white blood cells and everything to an area and to fix it. But when that inflammation hangs around and stays, and like sometimes, like with thyroid and a lot with lymphatic, it's this slow buildup of inflammation that you don't even know what's happening.
No, it's a chronic systemic inflammation. It's not an acute bodily function. That's, like you said, in an injury, it's something that lasts. It's been there for years, and it just builds up, and it really does affect pretty much all your cells, and it blocks all those really good hormones and receptors that we need to go in there, and enzymes.
Yes, and then so autoimmune. If you do you want to talk us through a little bit about autoimmune diseases?
So I mainly deal with, so thyroid autoimmune, so Hashimoto's or Graves' disease, but really in autoimmunity, for whatever reason, it's like the immune system just goes awry, it's not working properly, and it'll start attacking some area in the body. So by doing that, it makes what we call autoantibodies. So like for the thyroid's case, it actually creates antibodies called TPO, or thyroperoxidase, and those antibodies will actually break down all the little thyrocytes and follicular cells in the thyroid, and actually over time will destroy them. Conversely, like something like celiac disease is an autoimmune condition where the body makes antibodies against the cells of the stomach. That is really aggravated when you eat gluten. You can have rheumatoid arthritis, where the immune system attacks the joints and the tissues and the capsules around the joints. And any sort of autoimmune condition with those auto antibodies will create a lot of inflammation and what we call oxidative stress. And that oxidative stress is just like it's the opposite of antioxidants, and it just eats away at all our good cells and our tissues and burns through our really good healthy nutrients as well.
Yeah.
So autoimmune conditions can make people feel very fatigued, very sluggish. They have a lot of that inflammation. And when we do any sort of treatment with this, it's like I said, I've worked with some really sick and chronically tired and debilitated people with thyroid autoimmune conditions. And we've got to start slowly because these people can react and overreact.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So that's what I wanted to brag about talking about is
Yes.
all of these ladies are super excited to, yes, let's get into it, gung-ho, finally something makes sense. I can do this at home. I can start detoxifying. And they get their boobies out and they start and they're doing all of their things and they then go to shit.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yes. So if you have a pre-existing health condition or, you know, some signs that you may have inflammation or, you know, there could be possibly be a chronic health condition there is, you know, fatigue. If you're fatigued, if you're holding a bit of weight, if you're touching your tissues, you've got sore spots around your body, you know, you're not sleeping very well, or even chronic stress, you've been fighting an infection for many years, all these sort of things can definitely cause the body to not be as vital as we'd like it to be. So there's sort of signs and symptoms. And then, you know, we need to really go slow in body repair because anything can upset. I mean, when I make my herbal formulas like at the back there, I've got to go very slow because I give them the right dose, the therapeutic dose that I'd give a kind of more healthier person. They end up reacting to it because it's pushing things through the system too fast when there's already a lot of congestion. So yeah, particularly with the lymphatic gloves, I always say go low and go slow.
Yeah.
And really build up to that, or else you can feel absolutely terrible.
So drainage precedes supply, right? We have to make sure we pull the plug first. And why I made BooB CamP is when I first got my gloves, you can imagine what I was like. Well, you saw it. You saw like on my socials and me going nuts and showing everybody. After day 3, I hit the wall. Like, and here I am, healthy naturopath.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I hit the wall after day 3, and it's like, you know what? Let's do
Me
this.
too. I hit the wall as well.
Yes. So,
I think it was day 2 for me. I felt really congested. I was really tired. I had a headache. I felt absolutely awful. And I'm pretty healthy. Yes, I mean, I have Hashimoto's, but it's in remission. But, you know, yeah, they are very powerful. They are actually really powerful. I call them dry skin brushing on steroids.
Yes.
I'm telling my clients, I said, this is not like dry skin brushing, guys, especially with those magnets. They're really powerful, so go slow, particularly over those lymphatic areas and the areas that are quite sensitive.
Yeah, and I remember, Tara, you got yours and you were so excited and you had a lot of comments from your girlfriends and people. Yeah. And then I remember that you weren't quite sold on my cream. You were like, I love these gloves so much. Nothing can be better, you know, but I love Chelsey, so I'll give it a go.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Cream's amazing. Love the cream. Yeah, I wasn't sold on the cream. I'm very fussy about what I put on my skin. And whilst I knew that it was a really clean product, I was still a bit like, yeah, I like the one that I'm using. I don't think anything could come near that. But I think, I got some and I tried it and absolutely love it. It's so hydrating. It's so firming on the skin, so toning. And I think it works, the ingredients in it works really well with the gloves as well as a combined approach for sure.
Yeah. And, you know, it's really hard to believe that something this simple can make such a big impact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Taking it easy. If your body is already full, like take responsibility, put your hand up and go, you know what? Yeah, I am quite toxic. I haven't been the best. I haven't looked after myself. So I am going to love it back to good health. I'm not going to now abuse it, and go, you bad body, like, all right, come on, you know, let's get moving. Anything negative, let's do it. Like so in a really loving way, loving, gentle way. They are so powerful.
And I'm sure, Chelsey, that you talk to your tribe, your community about, you know, really supporting the other detoxification processes as well. So making sure you're drinking lots and lots of water through the process. So you're helping your kidneys flush out toxins, you know, and I think too, if anyone is not going to the toilet, if anyone is constipated, that's got to be something to be rectified first, or as well as, because that is a major elimination channel for women, particularly. So if you're not pooping every day, at least every day, a really nice firm stool, not too firm, a nice thin firm sausage, as I say, at least once, twice a day, or at least once a day, you are going to have a lot of toxic buildup, and particularly that all our excess estrogens, excess cortisols, and particularly high hormones will get bound and carried out in our feces. So if any of those women out there are not pooping daily, you have to get that happening. So drinking lots of water, getting some good, you know, fiber in your diet, using the gloves, you know, around in that clockwise, wonderful to do that, to doing that. But pooping, you know, sweating, I love, you know, infrared saunas as well to help the process, exercise. So getting all the lymphatic channels working as well as that lymph will really support all the detoxification of those symptoms, and I guess lessen some of those symptoms that we feel when we start to move the lymph.
Yes, so definitely the pooing part, and we've just introduced Ultimate Fiber to our shop. So we're putting the Ultimate Fiber together with the VitaCleanse. So we can support that elimination of the bowels. So ladies, make sure you get online and order the Ultimate Fiber and the VitaCleanse. I started on the Ultimate Fiber myself, and gee whiz, I had a colonic on Friday, and then I started on the Ultimate Fiber. Like I was up at 1:30 last night pooing. Amazing.
We want to get that moving. That's so essential. Poop. Every woman needs to poo. And how many women I see in clinic that when I talk about their digestion, how many times they move their bowels a day or a week, you know, there's so many that it's every second day, or it's every third day, or it's twice a week. And it's like, right, that's my first priority, is getting to them to poo every day.
And then we both love the Zazen water filters.
Yes, drinking pure, clean water, absolutely. So the thyroid is what we call a little environmental sensing gland. So because it's very vascular, it's just underneath the skin, and there's a lot of blood vessels, which is why it is so affected by the lymph flow as well. And it is really affected by any toxins that we ingest or are exposed to. Perfume, never spray your perfume, ladies, around your neck. If you're going to wear perfume, a couple of little dots or a spray, you know, on your clothes, don't put it anywhere near this little gland, because that's where we've been taught to spray. You know, it's terrible. It's so bad for the thyroid.
Perfume, I threw all of mine out.
Yeah, same. You know, I was pregnant with my first child nearly 21 years ago now. I just couldn't stand perfume. I've never gone back to it, and now I know. I'm so glad. But yes, drinking pure filtered water, because the things that we find in our scheme water that come out of our tap usually have chlorine and fluoride, and those two molecules actually will displace iodine in the body. So they actually block the uptake of iodine into our thyroid gland, and we need iodine to make thyroid hormones. So drinking pure, clean water, Zazen are the best filters. I've got 2 in my house. They're fantastic.
So I sell them on my website too. And how you can feel if you are iodine deficient is that you can feel like stringiness, like through your chest, like it's like a rocky road even, and that's how you can tell it's deficient.
Well, fibrocystic breasts. So whenever I'm sitting, my red flags for low iodine are fibrocystic breasts or lumpy boobs, like you just said, sore, tender breasts around ovulation and menstruation. And when I'm looking at poor hair, so if you've got hair breakage or hair loss, that can be another sign of iodine deficiency. And also when I'm looking at thyroid panels, because we need 4 atoms of iodine to make our thyroxine or our T4. If I see low T4, that can often say, and then I'll go and test. So also too, don't race out and get yourself on iodine if you've got any of those symptoms, go and see your practitioner and get tested, because iodine can, we only need a small amount. It's a vital mineral, but we don't want to go in and have huge amounts because that can upset our thyroid too. So it's a fine line.
Yes.
Go and see your practitioner, get your iodine tested. Yeah. And then if you need iodine, they'll give you a really good source of iodine and a right dose for you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. All right. I'm just going to read through some comments. On here. We've got ordered my kit, can't wait. Doctors know jack shit about thyroid. It's all textbook to them. Stress, extremely fatigued. Yep. The detox happened to Janelle, that big detox effect. And Kathleen is saying this has already happened to me yesterday. Amanda, great information. Kathleen said just from uncorking, she's already feeling the effects.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Rhonda didn't have any reactions from using the gloves. So that can mean two different things. It just might take time, or you're doing pretty well, love, and that's great.
Yes. Yeah, it's not necessarily that we want a reaction, hey? It's not necessarily that we want a reaction. I mean, everyone is totally different. I mean, I'm dealing with chronically ill people all day, and I just know that when I give them the gloves, I'm like, just go slow, because they're sensitive anyway. A lot of them are sensitive. They're already inflamed, and they've got a lot going on. Their immune system's dysregulated. They've got autoimmunity, so I just have to go slow. But some people, they say, no, I love my gloves. I didn't have any reaction. It's all good. And it's like, great, perfect.
But they're still going to do it because you brush your teeth every day, right? You brush your teeth every day to stop having to have them filled, and so you can still chew. So you keep doing it every day.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. Drinking my water. I'm a bit nervous to start because I have thyroid too, and how it will make me feel to start, because I work in aged care and can't afford any time off, but want to try this.
Okay. Yeah. Well, just go slow and drink lots of water. Make sure you're pooping. Make sure you're exercising. Make sure you're pooping, and just go slow. And I'm sure watching Chelsea's sequence over the last couple of nights, she shows you how to do it. You don't have to do it, really hard. Maybe just do the dry. Yes, exactly. Just start with some of those things. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. And what else have we got? Right, everyone's saying perfume is toxic. Yes, purchase the full kit, and then they're tagging their friends. Is pruritus nodularis autoimmune? Do we know? Pruritis Nodularis.
I don't know. I'll have to have a look that one up.
We'll have to get back to you.
Nodularis, is that a nodule? Is that thyroid nodules, or it sounds like there's nodules somewhere? Polaris sounds like skin. Is that nodules under the skin?
Pauline will let us know. She'll let us know. Had Graves, but had a very unpleasant radioactive iodine drink. Now confused.
Right. Okay. So Graves' disease, let's have a chat about Graves' disease. I love treating Graves' disease. So in the thyroid spectrum, we have hypothyroidism, where we have low thyroid hormones and everything slows down. And the autoimmune condition of that is Hashimoto's. On the flip side, we can have hyperthyroidism, where the thyroid gland produces an excess of thyroid hormones. And so that's when everything speeds up. So you can have very loose stools, you lose weight, you're anxious, you can't sleep. You can have tremors. It's very aggressive on the body. And then the autoimmune condition of that is Graves' disease. And we often see in Graves' disease, because everything is exacerbated, we can see the lymphatic system actually and the circulatory system speed up a little bit. So we want to be really careful there, particularly with like acute onset Graves' disease, that we go very slow with the gloves. Definitely good to still use, but just go super slow. One of the treatments, usually if medication doesn't work, or you've got a toxic nodule on your thyroid, or it's cancer, they will either give you a radioactive iodine drink, which basically kills off all your thyroid tissue. And then you'll have to rely on thyroxine for the rest of your life. And then will flip to hypothyroidism. So you started with Graves or hyper, you usually flip to hypo. or they'll do a thyroidectomy and take it out. Same sort of thing, because you've got no tissue or thyroid left to produce its hormones. So just with that person, I don't know her name, that just commented, you probably, I would say you'd be on thyroxine now. Just make sure this is going to be really good for you, because one thing I find post-thyroidectomy or post-radioactive iodine treatment is that, so you have to take thyroxine for the rest of your life now because you don't have any viable thyroid tissue to produce thyroid hormones, is that often these people can't convert their thyroxine or their medication to the active T3. And what can block that? Things like chronic stress, inflammation, toxins, high estrogen. So actually getting in there and using your gloves will be wonderful to help all that.
So even though you're having it as in a medical form, your cells still, and the environment still has to be able to transport it and pick it up, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Still has to convert it, even though it's a medication. Yep, exactly. You got to convert it, and then you got to get it into your cell. So yeah.
There you go, Karen. I hope that helped. Vicky, every time I've gone to the GP about fatigue, they're always checked my thyroid, but it's always come back normal.
Do you ask them? Do you say, what did you test? I mean, that's what happens. I would be a millionaire if I had $1 for all the clients that said to me, my thyroid's fine because I have it tested. And then when I look at their tests, all they've had tested is TSH. You cannot diagnose a thyroid condition with just TSH. It really gets my goat, there's so many women walking around with an undiagnosed thyroid condition. I walked around for years until I learned about all this and got the right testing for myself.
Okay. So when the ladies turn up to their doctor now and they're empowered, what are they going to say?
They're going to say, I want my full thyroid panel tested. So TSH, T4, T3, and my thyroid antibodies. And what you can say to them, if they say, no, we're not going to do that, you can say, I will pay for it. So you may have to pay for it, ladies. Look, doctors get a little bit of a bad rap from Medicare. It's just, if they order too many tests, or if you don't do the procedure set out in their medical training and Medicare, they can get in trouble. So it's not all their fault. It's just the doctor's upbringing, that's what they've learned. But we just need to go in and say, I want this and I'm prepared to pay for it. And you only need to get it done once, really. So you can take it to a naturopath, or also to go and see a naturopath, because we can order tests for you. We can get the full thyroid panel. Again, you may have to pay for it. It won't be covered under Medicare, but we can order the full thyroid panel through naturopath.
Off your head, how much is that?
The naturopath panel's about $175, but the doctor might go, okay, I'll test your T4 and your TSH and T4. You might have to pay for T3 and the antibodies, which is around about $80. So if you can get some of it through the GP, and then you just pay for the antibodies,
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
It's worth knowing finally if it's your thyroid or not.
Oh, and the next one, Joe says, Chelsey is amazing. Mwah. Thank you. Thrift. I have an undifferentiated, say that word fast, connective tissue disease. I just got my full kit yesterday and I've done the system 3 times already. When I saw you say slow down, what would you suggest slowing down to? That's enough for one day. That's enough for one day, babe. So see how you feel tomorrow. Drink lots of water. And then take it day by day.
I know when I got the gloves, I was like, I did it in the morning and it only takes like 2 seconds. And then I'd be like, oh, I'm going to do it at night as well. I know it's so exciting when you get them and that you just want to do it. But they're so effective. You only need to do it once, right?
Yeah, well, some people can do it once, some people do it twice. I have ladies who have been on a lot of pain medication and they're doing the routine with the gloves maybe 6 times a day, and then doing the other routine with their hands another 10 times a day. And they've been able to get off their medication.
Fantastic.
Get off their pain medication. So they're doing it like 16 times a day, like some sort of routine. For their life around their body, and they're getting off a lot of their pain meds. It's crazy. Good to know. Like, I know. I'm loving it. Okay, so Pauline said the spelling could
Yeah.
be wrong, but it's skin lesions everywhere. The pure
Lesions. Yeah, that's what I thought. Polaris is skin, and then nodules would be under the skin. Well, I would say that because our lymphatic system sits right underneath the skin, I mean, that to me would be a poor, something to do with the sluggish lymphatic. So, yeah, I don't think that's autoimmune. I could be wrong, but.
So wear a long sleeved shirt and then do the balls over the top, I think, to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Kathleen, how do I start slow if simply uncorking gave me so many symptoms? Drinking water, breathing, turning in light bulbs, stamping your feet. Just, yeah, really slow like that. Okay, Sam is online. Sam said, I'm going to set my alarm and I'm going to be there when you're talking to Tara tonight.
Oh,
so that's
hi, Sam.
good. Cindy, I asked for TSH. Yep, she asked every test. Janelle, my antibodies are over 2,000 and my doctor said it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah. So it's just the medical paradigm. I remember the GP that I'm working with at the moment, I had a couple with her because we decided to connect. And I said, I really need the antibodies to be tested every time. And she said, why would you want that? Because they're clinically insignificant. And I went ahead and gave her some studies to show her they're not clinically insignificant. So when you have those antibodies, and I'm assuming that's your TPO, your thyroid peroxidase antibody, that will attack your thyroid tissue and it will destroy it. So I look a lot on, when I'm seeing patients, I get them to have an ultrasound, particularly if they've had long-term Hashimoto's or Graves' disease, and you can see the tissue changes from an ultrasound. And it tells me how much viable thyroid tissue they have left to make the thyroid hormones. And some of these poor people have pretty much nothing left. They've got to rely on their medication for the rest of their life because they haven't done anything about supporting their immune system. So to support your immune system, there's three big things apart from really good diet and digestion. Sleep is really important, stress management, and movement. So moving your body. There's three really important things if you're not doing already, if you've got an autoimmune condition, you're not sleeping, you're not moving. And I mean moving, finding the right movement for you, not belting yourself in the gym, because when you have an autoimmune condition, you're already inflamed. Sometimes going with too much exercise, it can make you worse. Again, it's just walking, yoga, doing what you can do, swimming, just gentle restorative exercise.
Dancing around.
Just moving.
Moving.
Exercise is actually just as bad as a sedentary lifestyle. So sedentary meaning sitting around and not moving your body.
Well, in my Body Wisdom group, we've made up an exercise called bed synchronized swimming, where you lay in your bed and you pretend that you are a synchronized swimmer, and you can spin and you can flutter and you can move your body all around on the bed as much as you like.
Unreal. Yeah, that's great. Exactly.
Is Maya oh God, Gravis genetic, MYASTHENIA.
Yes, I think it is. Yes.
Okay. It is genetic. Okay. I'm glad you know all the big words because I don't do big words. Is it okay?
Definitely run in families. There's a very strong family history. So I'm pretty much dealing with thyroid conditions all day, every day. When I'm asking them about their family history, it's often mum, it's often aunties, it's often grandma. I mean, I had a lady today that had, her dad had a thyroid condition, her mum had a thyroid condition, her grandparents on both sides, her aunties, sisters, it was very familial. So yes, it does run in families. There are particular genes that we've identified for thyroid conditions, autoimmune thyroid conditions. And
if is there any way that we can heal it within ourselves so we don't pass it on?
Well, our genes are our genes, Chelsey, I guess. We can't change our genes, but I believe that, if we can be as healthy as we can before, doing a lot of preconception care, making sure that before we go into, if you've got an autoimmune condition, We get that into remission. We have very high nutrient levels. I think, yeah, the follow-on effects we can minimize, but unfortunately we can't change our genes. They are there, they are ours, they're our families. But we can make sure that we're the healthiest version of ourselves so we don't express those genes.
Yeah, yeah. Tracy, is it okay to have nodules that they are watching? Graves in remission for years, but I believe I'm hypo due to the classic symptoms.
Right. Yeah, it's very common to be for someone who's had hyper and Graves to flip to being hypo. It usually is what happens. Look, nodules are super common. By the time like you're, in your 50s or 60s, 70s, most people will have some sort of thyroid nodule there. They're very hard to determine whether they're toxic or cancerous, but they'll usually do ultrasound and CT. And if there's certain types of nodules, they can live there very safely and then just be checked every sort of 6 to 12 months. The more issue if it's like a multi-nodule goiter that grows and gets inflamed and really impacts your breathing or your swallowing or eating, then it becomes an issue. Or if they're toxic and they're overproducing hormones. But if yours are checked, then, there are things you can do to nodules that, you can develop nodules through gut parasites like low iodine deficiency, exposure to certain heavy metals and toxins. So there's things that you can identify and work towards to minimize with nodules so we can lessen their growth or halt their growth, but they are super common as well.
Yeah. All right. So do you or I want to tell these ladies the things that they have to give up in their diet?
I will. I do it every day.
But before you do that, yes. Karen has said, I'm sad that this is the last night of BooB Camp. I am loving this. You are both amazing. So thank you, Karen.
Thanks, Karen.
And now here's the bad news, Karen.
Yeah, sorry. You might not think that in a minute. Now, are we talking diet for like autoimmune thyroid? Yes. So it has to be gluten-free, ladies, because particularly if you have any autoimmune condition, not just a thyroid autoimmune condition, any autoimmune condition, because gluten contains a protein that really upsets the immune system. When the immune system is already creating antibodies that is attacking body tissue, you go and have these big protein gluten molecules. The immune system sees them in the blood system as an antigen and ramps up this autoimmune attack. So, gluten, this is what I say to people about gluten. Are we reacting to the gluten, the gliadin protein? If you're eating bread from Coles, which is a chemical shitstorm, excuse my French, but it is, it basically comes in a big sack and they add water. It's got GMOs in there. It's mixed with pesticides and herbicides. It's got preservatives and additives and
bleach and coolant,
everything,
and bleach.
And it's so bad for your gut. It's so bad for your immune system. So what are you reacting to when you eat that sort of bread? Who knows? It's a chemical shitstorm. So gluten-free is number one, very important. Number two, dairy. I get rid of the dairy. Dairy clogs your lymphatic system. Dairy clogs everything. And if you've got any growth, so if you've got nodules or you've got goiter or that lady before that had the growths on the skin, dairy is a growth stimulant. Dairy is for babies, just like our breast milk is full of really good fat and but growth hormone. In a lactating cow that our milk comes from, it's going to promote growth.
Yeah,
cancer.
Dairy is for baby cows.
Yes. So if you've got any growths or any autoimmune, dairy. So gluten, dairy, and then what else do we do, Chelsey? We test for food intolerances.
Yes. So Tara and I, every single client of ours, we do our hair test. We do the hair test 500, which is now 600 different items, because you have to know what is causing the inflammation and take it out of your diet. So Tara, talk us through, why you do the hair test.
Oh, I just love it. So I find if I've got someone who's, if they don't have too high antibodies, I definitely do gluten-free, dairy-free in the hair test, because that will identify other things they're reacting to. And gut is where the immune system, so your gut has 70-80% of your immune system in it, and in autoimmunity it is 100% essential to get your gut working right. So if you've got irregulars, if you're constipated, if you've got loose stools, if you've got gas, you've got bloating, but even if you don't have those things, just making sure you're not reacting to anything and inflaming your body, because when you eat an intolerant food, you're exacerbating your inflammation.
Yeah.
So
all of the energy then has to go, oh, now I've got to deal with what she's put into me here. So it can't go to the immune system and keeping you well and detoxifying and all of that. It's got to break down that crap that just doesn't work.
Right. And when I'm talking thyroid and I'm talking autoimmunity, so the thyroid is a very nutrient dense system. It needs really high. So I'm always testing things like vitamin D, iron, zinc, B12, and iodine. What's the other one? I think there's another one. And I'm making sure that my clients have really optimal levels of those so the thyroid can produce its hormones and function well. The immune system is a really nutrient dense system as well. So when you have autoimmune thyroid, your need for nutrients, your need to absorb all the energy out of that food and nutrients is essential. So if you're having intolerant foods, you're inflaming your gut, inflaming your body, you won't absorb all that stuff. You know, you can eat as much, take supplements, eat all the good food, but if your gut's inflamed, you're not going to absorb it. And we need to absorb and have a really good gut health for when you have an autoimmune condition. It's definitely gut, sleep, exercise, stress management, optimal nutrients. You know, if you do all that, you're doing really well. And plus using your gloves.
Yeah. So like we've been doing this for forever, and you and I both love getting results with our clients, and we know what works, and doing the hair test just takes the guesswork out, because I'm not going to sit with a client and talk to them about food and tell them to add in chicken and strawberries and what's the other ones, onion,
Eggs, onion, potatoes,
broccoli and egg that come up all of the time. So I'm not even going to talk food with anybody who hasn't done the test, because who knows what I'm telling them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's great. And clients just love it. Clients get so excited when they see the results, and I show them results. They're like, oh my God, now I can finally know what I can and can't eat. And, you know, in the past, before that test, before I started using it, I'd do a blood IgG food reactive test, which was about $350, $395 for that test. And it would say you have to avoid all gluten, all casein, all this. Whereas, you know, on the hair test, it shows red, 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 red. And then you can eat from the black. And there's like, because it's got 600 foods on there or items, you've got so much alternative there. So that's the great thing about that diet. It not only shows you what you're reacting to, but it shows you what you're not reacting to and what you can eat. So it's great.
Yeah. And the good thing is you do your hair test, and then you sit down in my group, we've got Sam, our naturopath, and she loves doing food plans. So she will sit down with you over Zoom, and she will go through your hair test results, talk about the correlations on why they could be coming up, and then help you out with what you can actually eat from the
that's a great service to have, because like a lot of naturopaths don't do that. And everyone wants that. Everyone wants a food plan. Everyone wants to know, what can I eat? Tell me what I can eat and how to eat it, and I'll go away and eat it. So that's great. It's a great service.
Yeah. And the good thing about it is, because I tell everyone that the food rules are, I make it easy. They have a fat, they have a protein, and they have a carbohydrate. Every meal. Pick a fat, pick a protein, pick some carbohydrates, the vegetables off your foods that are in foods that are in black.
Yeah. Perfect. And just talking about carbohydrates, here's a little tip for those Hashimoto's ladies out there, that our thyroid hormones need carbohydrates to develop. So our T3, which is our active thyroid hormone that actually gets into the cell, it's carbohydrate dependent. So it requires carbohydrate to form. So things like, I always tell my clients to include something like sweet potato, pumpkin, brown rice, quinoa, carrot, something like that every meal, a little bit of something. That will help with their T3 and their thyroid hormone production. Conversely, if you have Graves' disease or hyper and you're overproducing your hormones, carbs aren't great for you. We need to restrict your carbohydrates until you get into balance, and then you can have your carbs back, but because it will exacerbate some people, their condition.
Yeah. So I'm sure that this Zoom is recorded, and we're going to keep it in BooB CamP, so everyone can watch it if they've got any questions about thyroid, and they can contact you, Tara. Are you taking new patients?
I am pretty much only taking thyroid patients at the moment. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you can be, ladies, you can contact Tara and have an appointment with her. We can get your link. I'll get Eunice to put your booking link into when we post this video as well, so the ladies can work
on my website about thyroid. I've got whole pages and pages of blogs about everything about thyroid on my website, and some resources there, so you can go in and have a look.
And talking about books, us girls wrote a book together, didn't we?
Oh, we did too, yes.
Yeah, it's the other thing that we've done together.
I know, I keep forgetting about that. Yes.
Well, we wrote a chapter. We wrote a chapter in our book. So, ladies, if you want to know more about our past stories, you can read a chapter in our book. It was called Letter to Your 10-Year-Old Self, and it's written with about another 15 authors, men and women, who wanted to share a little bit about what they would give back to their 10-year-old self. So that was a fun, that was a fun journey. Oh, the girls have already put your website up. I'd love to contact Tara. Yep, very good.
Thank you, ladies.
So I love these talks. Thank you so much. Coloured hair is absolutely fine. So when you do your hair test, so you click on the link, what all you're sending to me is the little end piece. So about half a matchstick in length and about the thickness of a matchstick. You're going to cut that off, put it in a plastic sandwich bag, a Sealy bag, write your name and my name, all the instructions, and I think a video come with when you purchase via the link. We get your hair, we send it off to the lab, we get the results within a couple of days, we email you the results straight away, because I like you to have the results straight away, because I don't want to be around when you have your pity party. You can have your, I can't have coffee, or there goes my wine, or whatever, you can have your pity party by yourself. And
when I see eggs and I see avocado, I kind of like, oops.
Yeah. Yes. Because we put
that doesn't happen to everyone. I mean, everyone's results are different, and you get what you need. It's usually the things though. I mean, I think intuitively, we know what we're eating isn't right for us. And I think most people go, I knew that was going to come up. I knew it. I'm like, yeah, well. Yeah,
like when we're in Bali, and I had my hair test, and I'm like, because chicken came up, and I'm like, what? Chicken? And then we went to Bali, and it's like, you know what? I'm in Bali. Chickens are different in Bali. I can eat it.
No.
Chickens are different in Bali. And Bali belly to the max, baby. Okay, hair test is a roadmap. Yes. Yes, please. You two are amazing. Many thanks. Tara is just a little bit south of me. Yes. She's been thinking, so Karen's been thinking about making an appointment for months.
Oh,
so
great.
There we go. And Eunice, you are the bomb. Of course you are. Just try duck eggs. All right. Awesome. So thank you, Tara. Our half an hour story or talk always turns into more. Everyone can contact you, but you are part of the group. So if you'd like Tara to answer a question, please tag her.
Yeah.
Okay. Or Eunice will tag her when you ask a question. So Tara is in Perth, in Western Australia, but Yallop, is it?
Yelling up. So 3 hours south of Perth.
Okay.
Yep.
In a beautiful, beautiful location, and I'm going to go and visit one day.
Well, I'm coming to see you in August.
Oh, what date?
I'll be there on the 1st in Brisbane.
Great.
So I'll see you at the seminar or the 2nd of August. Yes. I'm around for a while.
So. Because you'll be able to come and see my new premises.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yes. Awesome. Come and hang out.
Yeah. We love hanging out together. And that's what we love doing in here, is sharing, contributing, whatever we can do to help bring the information. Because ladies, what you've got to do now is take this information, digest it, but then talk it. Like write some notes down, talk to your friends about it. So go to school, just start talking about these things and get help with an awareness, because that's what we're doing for you, and we want you to do the same for others.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
All right. So everybody's saying thank you. And then that's day 3 BooB CamP. So that's what month are we? June. That's June BooB CamP done. Now, these talks I am loving, and because I don't want to wait every month, we are going to start doing some interviews in BooB Room. Have you heard about BooB Room yet, Tara? So I was in the shower the other day, because you know how you have your best ideas in the shower.
Yeah.
And I conditioned my hair and then I shampooed it. So I did it completely wrong. And but I came up with a good idea. And so we've got BooB Room. So BooB Room.
How do you get BooB Room from shampooing and conditioning your hair the wrong way?
If you ask my Filipino VAs, they say broom broom. I love it. It's so funny how they say BooB Room. It's so what we do on a Wednesday and a Friday at between 12 and 1 Queensland time is jump into this Zoom room. And I think I had 8 ladies in there with me today. So you can jump in. We've got some who just come and join in and listen to all the other conversations. And we all just talk and connect. For an hour on Wednesdays and Fridays. So we're going to start having other interviews and doing it in BooB Room. So Sam normally runs the BooB Rooms for me if I'm busy, but I try to pop in whenever I can. But just another way that we can help our community with more information.
Fantastic. Yeah, these ladies are so lucky to have this wonderful community, and lucky to have Chelsey to come in and share all her knowledge and get everyone healthy and get their lymph moving. It's awesome.
Yeah, make it fun. All right, my love. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody on Facebook. Share the love. Thank you for joining in, and we will see you in BooB Room.
Bye. See you guys.
Bye. Okay, what do I press here? Go off here. Done. All right. Pause.
There you go.
Yay! Thank you.
All right, no worries. Thanks for having me. It's great.
I don't know how many people were on, but there were so many comments.
Yeah, cool. No, that's awesome.
It's good to do with people commenting, hey?
Yeah,
and asking questions.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, look, and there's so many there's so many people with thyroid conditions, so yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Cool. All right. So yeah, they can contact you. We can put your any links that you want to into there as well. Yeah, that was awesome.
I've just done 2 programs. I've repurposed my hypothyroid recovery program into hypo and Hashies, and then I've done a new one up for Graves' disease. So they're just sort of sitting on my website, and I've got ebooks. So yeah, people can just find their way through my website. And
yeah. What platform did you end up changing to?
I changed to Kartra.
Okay.
Which is really super expensive, but it's all automated. I'm in the middle of running a training program now, the thyroid practitioner one, and it's gone pretty smoothly. Okay. And I have a VA that just helps me out. So if someone has a problem, I just message her in Telegram, and it's all fully automated. It's so much easier. I had to put all my people in about 3 times on 3 different platforms and invoices, and now it's all done. So yeah, look, it's definitely on the more expensive side, but you know what? I'm so into just do it for me. And I paid someone to set it all up.
How much is it?
Well, it's $199 US a month.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, well, that's okay if it does all of that. And how often is it an evergreen thing?
Well, I've got all my programs on there. So I've got two evergreen programs for patients. I've got my Prac training on there. I've got my cleanse on there, which I haven't run this year. I might run that in September, actually. I'll probably do that again with do the gloves and everything. But yeah, every site, but I can have unlimited stuff on there now. So I think it was $99 US a month for just one membership. But now I can have lots. I can have so lot, and I'm in the middle of writing a level 2 as well, so that'll go on there. And
can you have affiliate links with it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we have to do.
I don't think there's anything you can't do in this program. It's really good.
Okay, I think that's what I'm going to have to do, because mine I just run through Facebook. Yeah. Okay. And there's just the guides, and I will just say, go to this or go to that. And there's nothing really automated. So, your emails going out, your ads, even just with your
your your buying thing. You sent me the price list. Like I've seen a big change in what you're doing now. Like it takes time, right? Doesn't it? It's just like we're here and then you learn all this stuff and you get people to help you. It's all a learning journey. But yeah, I mean, Kartra, if you want something that does everything in one thing, it's you pay for it, and if you want to check it out or want someone to do it for you, I just paid Bailey, this chick, she's like 18. She was Kate Marie O'Brien, the mentor's daughter. Yeah. And she's done it. And she's moved to New Zealand now, but I still have contact with her and she just helps me out if anything goes wrong or, she's great.
So I use Active Campaign. So I pay $2,500 or something a year to have Active Campaign, that emailing program.
Oh, no, that's email.
Yeah, that's email.
Okay, wow. Yeah. That's not too bad a year.
Yeah, there's $2,500 a year.
That's all right.
To have, for emails.
And if someone do all that for you?
Yeah, I've got 10 staff. So I've got 4 in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Nina does all of she's an accountant and she was the original one and she helps a lot with, everything. Eunice does my groups and all of my social media. Joan helps out by doing the graphics and ebooks and different things. And Em is my online business manager and she does all of my Shopify, ClickFunnels, Zapier, blah blah blah, all of that stuff.
Yeah, cool. That's good. You need it. You need
and
that.
We still can't keep up.
That's awesome. That's good.
Yeah. All right. I will let you go. I'll let your son get on the internet. Yes. I'm going to tidy up for the cleaning lady to come tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. And it must be what, 7:30 there for you?
8:30.
Oh God. Well, I'm just about to have dinner at 6:30.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to be over doing my Integra presentation in Brisbane on the 1st of August, and then I'm going to hang around your area, go down to the Gold Coast, and then I'm going to fly to Sydney. So I'm going to try and stay over there for a couple of weeks because that big Integra where they were meant to fly me to 10 cities across Australia is now, because of COVID, they're just doing Brisbane and they're going to live stream it out to everything.
Okay, so you can stay with me if you want to.
All right, cool. Well, maybe I might stay with the people because they're paying me to do that. But then I might come and spend a night or two with you. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
I can come in your spa in your pool.
Yes, we will hang out in the spa.
I'm hanging in the spa.
It's so hot. I just I'm glad that I put the big ass heater in it.
Yeah, right.
And so it can be now like cold, and I will put the I will have my feet in the cold part because the hot part's so hot. So here's Eunice. She's just popping in to hopefully tell us that it all went. Hopefully that it all went well. But we can hang out in the spa. So that will be. Do you know what dates about?
Chelsey, you're still on in BC.
Oh, where are we on?
You're still on in BC.
In Facebook.
Chelsey, you're still on in BC. Oh, where are we on? Yes.
Okay.